Hello, everybody, and welcome to ROMs Over Baghdad. I'm Albie, and this is the podcast we do about video games each week. Joining me today, Jake, fresh off of his extra live stream.
That's me. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Like sleep-wise, I'm fine because I got a good night's sleep and took a little bit of a nap earlier today too. But my body feels like I sat in a chair and played video games for 24 hours. My neck and my shoulders are just like, what are you doing? I also played a lot of Beat Saber, like in between games. So my arms, like my forearms and stuff, are like, dog, what are you doing? But other than that, I think I twisted something in my foot because my foot hurts. It was really hard to walk on it last night, but it's way better this morning. So, no idea.
How did you twist it?
I don't know what I did. Like, one of our friends suggested I may have bruised part of my the bottom of my foot. I was like, I don't know how the hell I could have managed that. I wasn't like stomping around kicking anything. So doesn't it take some sort of force to bruise something? But I don't know. It's better and I can walk on it. So not too worried.
Sure. Also joining us, DJ. Hi.
Hi, I will tell you that I am in the optics zone.
I
can see.
Persona, my other name. Yep.
I thought that was
Trying to get the branding right.
I thought that was gonna say like on air or something, and then I just put it right. And I was like,
no, my rectangle is in it for myself.
All right, fair enough.
It's true. Also here, Mary. Hi, Mary.
Just cut people off, why don't you?
I'm here to host today. I'm here to cut people off and slice and dice.
Let's go.
Let's go. Here we go. Let's fucking make a podcast.
Yeah, I'm here. I had to correct my branding by getting rid of the dustbuster in shot. So, I don't want people to think I actually clean my place.
That's okay. Like this entire part of my room is just fucking messy, so don't worry about it.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm boring. I played too many video games and did wedding crap.
Hey, that's fine. Everybody loves a wedding, is what I've heard from people. Always a good time.
Is it going to be an open bar?
I believe so. Yes, it is. Good. But also, not everybody loves a wedding because I fucking eloped. I'm not gonna plan all of that shit. I hate being the center of attention.
Weddings
even
are
though
expensive too,
I'm on it. Yeah, they're expensive.
They can be. It's a matter of what you want for your wedding. But a lot of people like, I want to have it here, and it's gonna cost a couple $1,000.
Mm-hmm. Is it a destination wedding?
Kind of. It is for a lot of people. Like, it's not technically a destination wedding, but it is going to be kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's at a Spanish fort, an old Spanish fort that has a cathedral in it.
Real cool.
So,
right.
Yeah.
It probably costs
in Texas?
$10,000 to rent it for a day.
I think it was actually kind of cheap, or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I need to talk to my sister about that, I guess. But the availability was not there, so it's happening Thanksgiving weekend. So yeah, it's
wow,
perfect.
Thanksgiving, Jesus!
Please tell me you're gonna serve up some turkey.
No, I'm not bothering with any of that stuff. Like, Gary and I might do Thanksgiving like the weekend later when like everything is on sale and they're trying to get rid of turkeys, but I'm not worrying about that stuff. Also, I'm not gonna eat all this Thanksgiving dinner and get fat before I'm supposed to wear a fancy dress and heels and stuff.
True.
Like, that's just not smart. That's not what you do.
Yeah, you're drinking lots of green smoothies and
I'm eating hella zoodles right now.
Oh man, so many zoodles. All right.
What's a zoodle? Is that like cup of soup?
No, it's a noodle made out of zucchini. It's just spiral cut zucchini. So you eat that instead of pasta. You're just eating vegetables.
It's not as good. It's not as good as pasta. Let's be honest.
Well, of course.
No, it's not terrible either, though. I mean, it's okay. Especially if you put a bunch of good stuff on it. Whatever. It's fine.
There's a thing at my local shop supermarket called Sainsbury's called courgette, which is made out of courgettes.
AKA eggplants for all you guys that don't know what the fuck
I was
that
like,
is.
So
Oh,
what is that?
Get with English. Courgettes. Made into spaghetti.
oh, okay. Huh. I'm looking this up now. This is very fascinating.
What
I don't know.
other
Having a hard time
sad
seeing the
food
chat
have you
here.
been eating?
There we go.
A lot of miso soup for a meal, a can of tuna, salad, just basic stuff. Like, not that it's done much because I don't fucking exercise. I just play video games. I need to play more Beat Saber actually. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, the dress I ordered off of the internet without trying on because I ordered it off the internet fit really well. So
Like,
whatever.
Hey, that's
It's
lucky.
good enough.
Wow.
yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, skip me. I've said enough weird personal shit for
Okay,
one
that's fine.
podcast.
Okay. All right. But how are the zoodles, though? That's all I have to ask.
They're good.
Okay, great.
They're very good. You can put all sorts of different sauces and stuff on them to make you be tricked into not thinking you're eating zucchini. So whatever.
Hey, yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of zoodles, you know who else loves zoodles?
Who else loves zoodles?
No one.
Spider-Man.
Okay, there you go.
Your
What?
cat?
No.
That's
Oh.
animal abuse.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he's ever had a zoodle in his life, and I think he thanks God every day that he doesn't have to eat a zoodle every day.
I'm glad I don't have to eat human food.
But Peter Parker, the amazing Spider-Man, definitely has eaten a zoodle before. So tell
well,
me,
yeah,
DJ,
he lives in New York City. Like, yeah.
he's a woke millennial. I feel like
That's true.
dates
I know he's
Mary
about
Jane.
29 at this point now.
Dayton.
How old do you think he is in that game?
He's out of college, right? So it's
Sure,
gotta
yeah.
be probably
That's about
26,
27.
26 to 28, something like that. I would feel like is probably.
But wait,
Right
did he
around?
go to grad school too? Because that's
That's what
gonna
I'm
mess with
unsure.
it.
And he did like scientific degree, which probably added like a year or two onto his degree.
Yeah, an hour.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, an hour on his degree, you know.
Just an
extra
hour,
paperwork,
yeah.
I mean,
Just, you know.
Extra credit, right? It's an
Labs.
hour per class, right?
That's all it is. I don't know why more people don't go into STEM. It's easy. You just spend an hour and it's. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like getting glasses.
probably-
Yeah.
I feel like 28 is a pretty solid number. Probably 28 is.
Yeah,
very
I think he's 28, which is just out of the millennial range. Well, technically, I'm a
no,
millennial,
no.
aren't I?
Yeah.
Either way,
I'm
yeah,
35 and I'm a millennial technically
Wow.
too. So what
Nice.
Yeah, I mean it has to be because
Do you also
he
enjoy-
broke up with Mary Jane.
You also enjoy ruining everything? Like all millennials ruin everything?
Like
Yeah.
buying bride dresses online.
yeah, and I eat a ton of avocados, but also I was able to buy a house, so maybe I don't count. I'm
Did you
like
eat the
one of those
avocados on
edge
toast?
cases.
Or was it just
No,
avocados?
I don't
Okay,
put them on toast.
That's
That's
Yeah.
how she earned the house. Yeah. No bread equals house.
But how many experiences have you bought? Have you seen that new Monopoly for millennials? It's all about
I have.
experiences.
It is dumb.
I have not
That's-
seen that, and I would not wish to ever, please.
The experience that I bought on eBay was I had a coupon for £10 off, and I've been tracking Spider-Man on eBay
Mhm.
sales, like auctions. They've started to get cheap, like £35 compared to retail price here at 50.
Mhm.
So I managed to get one at like 1 p.m. on a random weekday for £35 and use that £10 coupon. So I got Spider-Man for 25. So I'm pretty happy about
Nice.
Hey,
that.
there you go.
It's pretty good. It's a very
Yeah,
good
it
game.
is.
Have you played it, Mary? Because I know you're the only other.
No, yeah, that's one of those games that I'm hoping I can pick up on sale on Black Friday coming up. Like, I hope to God it's going to be on sale because I don't want to pay $60 for it. Like, I know
Yeah.
Gary's going to like it too because he loves Spider-Man, but
It's very good.
It's
It
very good. Yeah.
it opens up with the web swinging, and it's immediately as good as you think it is.
Yeah.
And like it's a little hard to grasp at first because you can do the swinging totally fine, but once you get over the rooftops, it's like, oh, what do I do? You have to like do the point grabs, and then you have to like jump forwards with the X button, but it's very quick and easy to learn. It's very satisfying.
I feel like the thing that helped me the most when I was playing that is figuring out how to use what is it, left trigger correctly, where you can slow down time.
Yeah.
God, that
Oh.
makes you can hit things so good with that if you can get real good and fast at like quickly moving your camera. Like it's very easy to move.
That has not happened to me yet. I have played like maybe 4 or 5 hours today because I got it on Thursday, but I realized I didn't have the PlayStation Power cable in my house, so I had to find something last minute. And then I had to like toy with the like line in, which I've never ever used before because my speaker setup is awkward and doesn't have like. I wanted to get like a stereo mixer, like a two input, one output stereo mixer to get to my speakers, but they all cost so much. So I figured like I'll finally use the weird blue colored port on my PC's sound card that says line in and figure out how to use that thing. And it works quite easily.
Yeah, you just go to your sound settings and do the listen to, and then you turn it down a little bit because usually that comes in a little hot and it might make some
bring out noise.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed as well. It surprisingly works well, and especially for the business of like there's no delay as well. That was the one thing I was worrying about, of like the PS4's got to go through the HDMI to the monitor, and then the monitor has to go through the headphone port to the PC, and then the PC has to go to the speakers. I was worried there was going to be a delay, but I can't see it whatsoever, so that's good. That's mostly it, because like if I talk much about the Spider-Man game, some of it's going to be spoilers for Mary, but it's very fun. It's surprisingly like high frame rate, considering I've got a launch PS4 as well. I'm very surprised by that it actually runs very well, and it's very fun to play. The combat is fine. I think as you progress and learn more of it, it just gets better and better. At first, it felt like I was mashing a hell of a lot of buttons and just winging it. But as you start to figure out what the button combos do, like I was just randomly futzing around by air attacking someone, like punching them into the air and then air attacking them, and then realized you can kind of grab them mid-air via the long web swing grab, I think triangle, and then punch them again. And like you basically just grab them, do like a front flip, and then fucking throw them down to the ground. It's very satisfying and cool.
Oh, it's so good. The combat does get a lot better. Once you have more gadgets and you can have control of that, it becomes a lot of fun. You can work your way through some guys. Let me tell you what, it's
Spider-Man people to death.
Yeah, you can Spider-Man some people.
And like what other people have been saying that played this game first, they are not wrong. Them giving you Web Blossom like super early on, if you don't realize it, you might miss out for it for like quite a few hours, but you can get Web Blossom almost immediately. And Web Blossom is crazy because one of the gadgets is you can use like 6 different shots to web a guy, and if you hit like 4 or more on them next to a wall, they basically get incapacitated. They're out of the fight for you. What Web Blossom does is like in an AoE effect, quite a big area effect. It just does that to like whoever's in that area. So you can get 4 or 5 people at the start of a fight and kind of finish fights before they even start. It's kind of an easy mode tool, but I'm still using it. Like it just makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, and they're early going. It's good. I mean, I like. You need to start doing like focus achievements or something like that. Then you want to use
Yeah.
the one where you generate battle focus or whatever. But
That's true.
it's still good.
Uh,
It's still fun to just drop in on a group of guys out in the city and then just web blossom and leave. It's a pretty fun little thing.
Yeah. I'm very much enjoying the whole like suits that they have and their like references, like the noir suit, the old school suit, like I think the suit from the movies, like Spider-Man 3000 type suits and all that other stuff. I think we lost Jake.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
oh.
I like the fact that they tie all those things. So Web Blossom comes from a repaired standard suit.
Mhm.
So that's where you get Web Blossom from, which is why I say you might miss it completely for a few hours. And the only thing I kind of dislike is the fact that they like let you preview the suits. I kind of want them to be like a surprise. Like I wanted the Spider-Man Noir suit to be a surprise unlock, essentially, to be like, oh, that's cool, rather than like hovering over it. Even if I didn't have the tokens to get it, I can still see some future suits, and that's kind of a shame. I kind of like the idea of like blind loot box suit unlocking for Spider-Man, especially because he has some. They have some ridiculous suits.
Well, I guess
Yeah,
it's like learning skills or whatever. Like if you want to strategize and get one
Sure.
specific thing over another, I guess that's why they did.
if you're a big fan of Spider-Punk, you can get Spider-Punk. It's great. Everybody's a big fan of Spider-Punk. He's the best.
He looks dumb. I just want the Scarlet Spider outfit with the hoodie and everything, because that's always
There's
I
cool.
don't
Scarlet
know.
Spider. He's
Do
there.
they? God damn it! Spoilers started. Yeah, there's a lot of cool suits that have to be unlocked and stuff, and that's probably my main driving factor in this game. I just want to see all the cool suits and how they rendered them and all that sort of stuff. The story is pretty interesting as well, so far at least. It was weird seeing like an older version of Mary Jane. It's kind of unexpected because almost all the stuff that I've seen from Spider-Man is mostly like very young 20s, if not late teens versions of Spider-Man. So yeah, it was like kind of jarring to see like a 28-ish year old Mary Jane. Just like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean it's this weird thing where like, he was married for a long time, but everyone still thinks of him as I don't know. I
Right.
mean, I guess that's the way they want it, Marvel, for him always the kid, always how he was when he was super popular. But
yeah,
Right.
like all the Homecoming movies and then Ultimate Spider-Man, they put him back in high school again
Yep.
too. So yeah, that's the most popular version of him, I guess.
Wasn't one of
Not
those movies
old
like,
scientist man.
wasn't one of those movies super dumb because like the dialogue between him and his girlfriend was just so fucking bad. Like they just had him improv all their lines and it was just awful.
Those are probably the ones I didn't watch. The
Amazing
ones that are
Spider-Man?
before. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's got the he was in the Facebook movie and he yelled at the guy.
Scarlet A.
I can't remember
whatever
his
his name is.
Oh, okay, Facebook movie. Yeah,
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah,
There
that
you
guy.
go.
yeah. The first one of that was fine. Of those
Yeah.
movies. The second one was not so
No.
fine.
No. I don't know. You do. I don't know. I wish you would. I like that they show an older Peter Parker because it's nice. There's like something I always like. It's the reason I like when they gave Superman a son is because like he aged him up. Like they were old enough. You can move them on as characters.
Yeah,
Never mind. I mean, it's a silly thing, but I do like that a lot. Because
Yeah,
I'm getting
so-
old. That's all I'm saying. Thank you. Okay, go.
but yeah, I haven't played much. And I'll probably play more through the week. And also, just getting the PS4 back, I'm kind of happy with like, oh, there's still a ton of games that I've got on here, like Galgun that I need to finish up, and Senran Kagura,
Oh, yeah,
Estival
great.
Versus.
All those great games
Yeah,
like
'cause-
Galgun and Senran Kankura. Okay.
Yeah, because it's holding me back because I've also got to get through Peach Beach Splash.
Oh my
of
god.
course.
Okay.
Why? Why?
But mostly Persona 5.
What?
I need to get back to Persona 5. Probably try and play through it with my girlfriend as well
Do
because
you?
she's a big Persona fan. I only got like 15 hours into that game when I first played
Only.
it. Yeah,
That's barely anything though in that game.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I mean, I love Persona 5, but at the same time, I don't know.
I've
It's
heard some
just-
people.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I've heard some
Sorry.
people get disappointed. What were you gonna say, Mary?
I was just gonna say it's just mainly the later story stuff for me where it got disappointing. Like playing through most, like 75% of the game is fine.
Yep. It's good. I think you should finish it. It's a quality experience. At the same time, I don't know. You'll have feelings after you finish that about that game that are interesting. It'll be a good conversation, I think, when you finally finish that.
In like 5 months' time, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. If you don't get distracted by something else, like all these other amazing video games that are coming out all the time. You know?
Yeah.
Speaking of amazing video games coming out, we could talk about the newest game in the world called Warframe. Did you guys hear of this? It's a new game, fresh off the printer.
I mean, Warframe has been out for a while.
I don't know if
but
that's true.
My Warframe
I
account says it's 5 years old, so it's been out for a
well,
while.
Fortuna is certainly a new version of Warframe. Everybody that plays Warframe here played some of that game, so I know Jake didn't play too much of it, but
yeah.
Warframe Fortuna, I think, is it's pretty gnar, if you know what I'm saying. It's pretty
What?
grinding. It's a lot of sick pipes, dude. It's a lot of just gotta get out there and pop some ollies, right?
Gotta shred the gnar.
Gotta shred the gnar. You gotta shred the
no,
gnar. I mean,
never.
you know how much gnar I was shredding in that game earlier playing?
There's a lot of gnar that needs to be shred.
These ninjas, these cyber robot ninjas need to shred this gnar. So Fortuna came out, and it's a kind of a big update for Warframe in that it's adding kind of the second big open world thing. And that has been, I think, kind of cool. Like it's added a dimension to Warframe again that I think is very interesting. It shows off that they're really good at making future worlds. Like they're really good at just imagining worlds in a way that you would want to go to and stuff like that. I also think they add a lot of good like components that are just fun stuff. They just continue to add to that game.
I agree. I enjoyed all, like, especially the keyboard. I think that's what you were alluding to earlier with all your
What?
hip snowboarding lingo.
Well, if
The
you know there's
coolest
one thing
words.
about me, I'm a hip snowboarder. That's what I am. The one thing you know about me, I'm a hip snowboarder.
You're always shredding up on the
Always
mountain.
shredding mountains, hills.
But yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. We played a lot with Rapid, who runs the Giant Bomb Warframe clan. He was helping us a whole lot because apparently I'm garbage at tranquilizing little rodents. They're just too fucking small. They're small and they're fast. Like there's
It was
not much
right
to
next
shoot.
to you.
Shut up! Like it was fucking hard. It took forever to reload too. So if you missed, you're basically fucked. But I still got I popped those poppers. Or poppers, not poppers. The poppers. Yeah,
Warframe's
the
got
little
poppers now?
Poppers.
yeah. Yeah, and I killed enough of them to where I could get a little cute stuffed animal version of one of them. So now that's decorating my ship. And yeah, I'm going to keep at it. I'm just going to keep up at that mode with business, or as people call him, Biz, spelled B-I-Z, like .biz. He's pretty cool. He's a cool robot.
Like Marquis?
Just, yeah. Yes, like that. And I'm just gonna do more of those animals, but I hope it's a lot easier with like the larger ones. You would think with a larger target, but maybe I just fucking suck at hunting, so I don't know.
No, I mean it's fine. You did fine.
What did you want to say about Fortuna besides that the opening intro is fucking excellent?
It is very good. That intro song is very strong.
Yeah, the intro song's cool. Like the whole, like all the character design is awesome. Like I appreciate a good robot design, like a nice fresh robot design, and all of them look awesome. Or robot / cyborg or whatever. Because I know they're still like partially human because they got like human arms and stuff. So
I just pulled the brain out and put it in a jar. It's fine.
that's pretty much all I saw of that. So
That is one of the best parts. So yeah. But also like flying around that area, you can see how big it is just with all the snowy mountains and everything. Killing a bunch of corpus. I don't know. I've had a really good time with it.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot like the other kind of big open world stuff. It's a lot of fun to just roam around, shoot poppers, and kill spiders.
Poppers. I said it wrong before. No.
Poppers. I want it to be poppers. That's what I want in my heart.
Mr. Popper's penguins or whatever.
Yeah, Mr. Popper's penguin. I don't know. It's just like fun. Like I think that the kid giving you a skateboard to roam around the world in. It's just cool. That's just fun.
Hoverboard.
Stuff.
Thank you.
Okay, fair. And they just, they've continued to add a lot of content. So when you get to that point where you can kind of just roam around, it's just fun to just kind of to play with the tools they already have provided, and that's a pretty fun experience. It's good.
Yeah, I'm probably too underleveled, or I'm just bad at Warframe because I tried that solo quest like twice and died after like the third objective in. So every time you die, you have to restart the mission, and it takes like 10 minutes to get back to the point where you die. And I was doing my stream, and I was like, "No, I'm done," and just moved on to something else. And it sucks, but I don't think I'm gonna go back and level my character up to see that. So I don't think for me. It's not worth the time.
That's fair. And it takes, it does take a while to get up to that level, but at the same time, I think it is worth.
Oh my god.
Adam, what did you do?
What?
What have you done?
What?
Speak again.
Is this the devil?
Hello?
Nope, you're still way amplified.
It's all low.
Say something.
Now if you're talking, we can't hear you at all.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
you're just
no.
muted.
Hello.
Oh,
There
there we go.
Okay.
Oh. I don't know. I think it's still worth the time to spend and get up to that level. I
it
think
would take me a really long time. Like I played that game once a
I
year,
don't.
so. And I still have my
I mean,
my best
yeah.
frame. My best frame is like the original one, and it's maxed, so I can't really do much else with that. So.
Well, I mean, that's the way I play most of the game, with everything maxed. Like I'm not really leveling anything anymore. Like basically you get everything leveled and then you're just trying to go for drops. Like you don't spend that much time leveling. And a lot of the time, like you'll get a lot of free things when you log in, that like affinity boosters, which basically is like an XP booster. So it really doesn't take that long to level stuff up, especially if you go in these one specific missions that I wish I could remember the name of, but Gary is always playing with me, so yeah, I never bothered to learn it. But yeah, it's not. Yeah, if you're just playing it by yourself and you're not really into the game, I don't see how Fortuna specifically would get you in it, other than the song is really cool.
The song is
Oh god.
really
Jesus,
cool.
dude, you need to fix your shit.
No.
Pretty good. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if you've mentioned this before or if I've asked this before because I'm pretty sure I might have. Fortuna is free LC. It's free downloadable stuff.
Yeah,
Where-
it's just
where do they
adds
get
on
you?
automatically. They
Ba, ba,
get
ba.
you by it's basically like most free to play games where you have a limited inventory, and if you want to expand that inventory or get specific cosmetic items really easily, or if you just want to speed stuff up, you can pay for that. Platinum is what the paid currency is.
Okay, or a sweet hoverboard.
No, no.
Hoverboard.
The
No?
hoverboard is free. At least the base hoverboard.
Yeah.
Apparently, once you unlock the base hoverboard, you grind out tricks. Like there is a faction inside the city, like the Vent Kids.
Yeah.
And the more tricks and stuff you do, like grabs, grinding, helicopters, all that shit. Once you've accumulated like enough points, you can trade those in for board parts, and you basically
Yeah, you can.
customize your whole like skateboard, hoverboard, snowboard vehicle thing. K-board.
Perfect.
I don't. Yeah,
Keyboard.
yeah, that's what it's called.
Yep. It's a great sci-fi word for a skateboard. Like it's I
I
don't
think
know.
it might be technically K-Drive. I'm terrible at paying attention to all of the fancy words, made up words. They did have a made up swear, mucker instead of fucker. And I
That's
don't
very
know. I
good.
guess that's good if you
Yeah,
can't
I
say
heard
that.
that a couple times. I
Because
was like-
children.
It's like, okay.
It's no frack or whatever it was from Battlestar.
Oh, I
so.
hate that. That's
That's
dumb.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Frack's stupid.
Mm,
It's
yeah.
so good.
No, it's
So it's so good.
Mm-mm.
It's so good.
But I mean, you could make mucker worse by calling people mucker fuckers. So
There you
I
go.
think it's pretty good
Just
swear.
double down on it. A fake one.
Yeah.
That's very funny. I don't know. Like sci-fi words that are actually bad words. It's very fun. Should be a whole category. That's probably a whole category, right? Somebody
I'm
has to
sure
have made
there's a
list.
Wikipedia page
There
out
has
there.
to be. I don't know. I think Warframe continues to be a lot of fun. I think people sometimes kind of get bored of talking about it because it is always just, hey, they added another thing or this other thing. But I think when they put out a really big expansion like this and add a really fun element to the game, I think it's worth pointing out because they are such fun and expansive expansions. Anyway.
Yeah,
know.
I haven't even done any of like the fishing or mining or anything that's included in that yet either.
Yeah, I can't wait to get a scope so I can shoot some rabbits. That's what I want to do. That's all I want to do. Get one of those tranquil rays or darts.
Yeah, maybe if you hadn't spent all of your damn money to get a mining laser, even though we were gonna go hunt animals, we could have had a better
I
time
bought
with
it last night. I
Good
couldn't
job.
buy
Hey,
it this
well,
morning.
You could have ground out some more reputation real quick before. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine.
Hey guys, we're going hunting in the morning. All right, should I buy this mining laser?
It's pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
no. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
Well, I don't know. I didn't know we were going to go hunting in the morning. To be
That's
fair.
okay. You spotted them a lot of the
Yes, I
time.
was a
for
spotter.
us. And then I
Fine.
With his
fucking
mining
missed all
laser.
the shots.
Yeah, my
Gave him
mining
the
laser.
useless job.
No,
Found
those
a
things are
ghost.
fucking hard to see. Let me tell you what, they're very hard to see. They are small.
They're
little things.
tiny. They're
They're
like
fast.
little mice. Yeah. It was hard.
It was actually really hard. It's actually all their mini games, even the mining stuff is, it's not like a simple like walk up to a thing. Like there is some tweaks and stuff they do to it to make it kind of a full experience. It's very good. All right. Well, with that said, enough about Fortuna. Even though I can't wait to kill giant spiders. I want to kill the giant spiders.
Yeah, you can't do that yet. Like, you get teased with a giant spider, but you have to ride your K drive thingy away. You have to drive away on your keyboard. So, whatever. Later.
We will.
What
How do you
music
do
is that?
how do you do grinds on a hoverboard? I never understood that. That's like the one part. I'm like, is it
You
a
crouch,
snowboard or is it?
you
I'm
hold
saying,
the crouch
I'm saying,
button.
Like, the logistics of it, because it's a hoverboard, so you don't touch anything with it, but you're still doing. Okay.
You
Yeah.
dark slide. Dark slide, and then you're hovering on the board.
Yeah, but then you can't stand on the board because you're.
No, you're hovering.
I'm sorry, I asked.
Yeah, it
Let's
doesn't-
move on.
It sounds really cool when you're grinding, though. Like, there are sparks coming out, and there's a terrible metallic noise that happens. So you're fucking something up by doing it.
I'd like to think that the board is programmed to do that, and it just
Yes,
shoots out
sure.
like
All right.
farty fireworks, and like it's got a speaker on it.
I mean, you assume there's 2 booster rockets, right? So if you could land it right in the middle really quickly, then it would land on it, right? Right? Wouldn't that work?
Maybe.
I don't know.
How do hoverboards work? Somebody, let's get out of
That's
Doc
not the
here.
professional.
Yeah, I was going WikiHow.
There's a professional. Let's give a call to somebody. I'm sure Stanford has one. It was fine. Let's just, Harvard, Yale, one of those is gonna have a hoverboard. Yeah, DARPA. I'm sure they'll talk to us.
If anybody would have it, it'd probably be DARPA.
Hell no.
First DARPA, then the DoD. Just ask them up. Hey, how'd you make your hoverboard?
How do I
They're
grind?
like, how do you know about?
thick
Oh,
knob?
what hoverboard? Shit.
How did they
No,
find
it's-
out about the hoverboard?
It's okay. It's cool. I just want to grind mine.
I need to know how to turn off the hover part just like for
Yeah.
a second.
All right, we'll move on. Let's go to Mary.
Oh,
Friendo.
okay. I did a lot of weird stuff this week,
Oh,
so
no.
yeah. Whatever you want to hit upon, it's all in that Google Doc.
No, I don't know. How about pinball?
Okay, which version of pinball do you want to
Right.
hear about?
Oh no. Let's go with the Stern Pinball VR since Optics has been talking about that game.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to try it out because, yeah, DJ, you said it was a good time. I loaded up my Windows mixed reality headset made by HP and loaded up Revive. It works great. That's like the closest to playing real pinball I have seen, like in a video game form. The only thing that kind of sucks is for nudging. Like, there's no way to just actually bash up against the side of a
Sure,
machine like in
yeah.
this. Yeah. But other than that, that's like 90% of the way there to like a real pinball table. And that's really cool. It didn't hurt my neck looking down forever, surprisingly. The free-to-play elements are tolerable. Like, I was able to earn a bunch of free credits just by playing well. So that was cool. Yeah, I hope they add more tables to it, but I'm guessing they won't for a long time
Yeah.
because it's Farsight Studios, and yeah, I'm used to them, so I'm not expecting that much. But what's there for free is pretty cool if you have a VR headset, and I do recommend people try it out if you like pinball.
Huh.
I like it
tried
a lot.
I tried it, and then it was like, you already have an account. Your email's already got an account. I was like, oh, okay. So I tried my 2 common passwords, and it's like, no. I was like, well, guess I'm not playing this. just closed it.
Oh,
That's unlucky.
yeah, I encountered that too, but I was like, fuck it, I'll reset my password, send me an email,
Did
I'll go
they-
through this garbage.
They're the guys who make Pinball Arcade, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That would explain why I have an account already, but
Yeah.
my login wasn't working. So, and I wasn't about to just like go through the whole registration process and do like my email .stern at gmail.com. It's like, nah, I'm just gonna go play something else.
I thoroughly suggest you sign up. It's a real fun time. Or password reset. Sorry, you should password reset your email. It's not that hard to.
Yeah, I mean, I was
do.
in the middle of doing other stuff, and I was like, I just want to check this out for a minute, and then it didn't work. I was like, moving on.
Right.
All right.
I want to clarify something I don't think I did the last couple times we've been on here, but tables like Last Action Hero, Mustang, and Starship Troopers, the one you like, Mary, they're like half price compared to AC/DC and Ghostbusters and stuff. So it's 50 credits for those AC/DC and big ones, but like 25 for the older tables, let's say. And even the real life pricing is like $10 for AC/DC, but it's $5 for Starship Troopers.
Yeah, I noticed that too. And that makes more sense. Like, of course, the newer stuff is going to cost more, but just like at the regular pinball arcade, like it's only 50 cents for Starship Troopers, but it's $1.25 for Ghostbusters and shit.
Wow.
So yeah.
Another thing I noticed as well, I don't know if you saw it at the time, Mary, is those like limited edition ones you currently like can't buy for real money on Stern Pinball VR. I don't know why. I think it's like gold bars. You have to use gold bars or something along those lines, but you can't use like real money to just straight up buy it. It's really weird.
That is weird because in regular pinball arcade, you could totally pay extra to unlock the pro versions of the tables that let you go into like the
Right.
operator settings and stuff. So yeah, weird.
That is strange.
You want to hear about the other pinball now?
Yeah,
'Cause-
sure. Let's
okay.
go all the pinball now. Everybody let's get our pinball out of our system.
When you guys were recording last week, I went to a show in downtown Austin. This Mystery Science Theater 3000 live, which was really cool. But afterwards, I was like, oh shit, we're in downtown Austin. Let's go play that Iron Maiden Legacy of the Beast pinball table that is only downtown. It's in a bar called Buffalo Billiards. It's a big game themed bar. They have a bunch of pool tables. Whatever that fucking game is where it's a long table covered in sand and you have like, I don't know what the fuck game that is because nobody was playing it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's like weird air hockey or something. Like you have puck, but there's no air involved. It's just sand. I have no idea what the hell it is. I probably should have looked it up. Yeah, just look up bar games and like sand. That'll probably do it.
Okay, sure. No, yeah, bar games, sand.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys can look that up.
I typed in air hockey but sand in Google and it didn't do anything.
Okay, well, yeah, like they used to have one of those at the actual pinballs location, but I never saw anybody using it. So yeah, I have no idea what the hell that is because I'm not cool enough to play normal games in a bar. But yeah, at this Buffalo Billiards place, they also have another pinball league that meets up, and they had met up like during our Mystery Science Theater 3000 thing. So I got to see a few people from the Pinball League that also participate in this one downtown and got to say hi and stuff. But yeah, the main attraction was going to play this. I got an arcade flyer.
Oh,
We got visuals.
Yeah. They were giving out free flyers because they had a bunch of free shit because they were having a tournament. And it's a pretty fun game. I like that it was set to only $1 per play. And if you put in $2, you got 3 plays. So we played like an hour and a half of it, just Gary and I taking turns.
Wow.
I really like Iron Maiden a whole lot, and the song choices are really nice, but I realized when we were playing it, like there's no songs off of the first album that had a different lead singer, Paul Di'Anno, and I'm assuming there are no songs off of that album because they don't want to pay that guy anything.
Right.
Yeah, so
Sure.
it's all Bruce Dickinson songs on this table, and the actual table gameplay is all right. It was a pro model of the like table, so there wasn't as much fancy stuff. Like apparently there's another gameplay feature if you get the fancier version. But yeah, it was an okay table. It just felt like there was missing something. Like there needed to be some other weird extra element. like it actually reminded me a lot of the Austin Powers pinball, but it needed a toilet or something in there, just like that game. Like something more gimmicky. Like it was all fairly standard shots. Like you got your ramp shots, straight up the middle to the sarcophagus thing. Like it was all right, but I got kind of bored. And also the DMD, like the LED back glass like score area, has a bunch of really bad CG animations of Eddie like flying around like a dumbass, and I was not super impressed with that, but it's a pretty good table.
It's supposed to be like on brand or something, or because
yeah, I guess
if
so.
if I saw an Iron Maiden pinball table and I saw that, I'd be like, okay. I wouldn't expect it to have the best production value on like the animations or whatever.
Iron Maiden has a really bad old 90s video game that was like a first-person shooter that had a bunch of terrible CG animated videos, and they would totally fit in with that. So I guess it is on brand.
We're looking at more games on Google here. That's Shuffleboard. That's Shuffleboard, by the way. I didn't know it had sand, but it's like dust is what it is, and it's only a little bit. Like I thought you meant it was like sand, like this much sand on the table. And I was like, what?
If you look at it, it's a substantial amount. So
right,
I was like, what the fuck is this? I always thought Shuffleboard was like played on the deck of a cruise ship. I didn't even
by like
know.
People who are like 80.
Yeah,
yeah,
totally. But yeah, this is a fun pinball table. I feel like Metallica is actually more fun than this table. There's more going on in it. But yeah, it was nice to finally play it. So yeah,
the video game is
that's
called
my Iron Maiden. What is it?
The Iron Maiden video game is called Ed Hunter.
Yes, that's it.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's fucking
great.
Terrible. It's really bad. You should see if you can play that for a Thursday trash.
All right, that's on the list
because
this week coming up.
It's not good.
Ed Hunter. What the hell? Why?
Ed Hunter is a greatest hits album and video game released in 1999 by British heavy metal band Iron Maiden and Synthetic Dimensions, respectively.
Bad.
What console was it for?
I think it's just
Platform.
PC.
Oh, it's just a PC game?
Yeah.
Ed Hunter. What the fuck?
And this was also the time period for Iron Maiden when they had a lot of fans like consider, and me, their worst lead singer, Blaze Bayley. I don't like him. Yeah. He like had one good song, and that's Wicker Man, but that's about
Oh boy, I should play this game. This looks like
you should.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a PC game.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll play this. Deal. You have a deal.
You're gonna have to make a trip down to Amazon.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't know if you how do you even acquire a copy of this game?
Amazon.
Oh, the internet. It's a storefront. Yeah.
I mean, how do you legally acquire a copy of this game? How can you purchase a copy of this game? Let's put it that way.
Yeah, eBay would have to be like the only way.
Hope you got a disk drive in your computer.
$45. I could buy it now.
Holy crap!
That's way too much.
$45. $50.
I mean, you got weird Iron Maiden fans that will buy anything with Eddie on it, so that's probably why.
That's true.
Yeah, let me show off my visual aids some more. Because I thought that was cool that I could actually get that. I have a keepsake now.
Well, at least you didn't buy it.
Well, no, it's just a fucking flyer.
Didn't Iron Maiden come out with another game not too long ago? Wasn't it like a mobile
There was
game?
a phone game, and it had the same subtitle, Legacy of the Beast. I think these are both based off of a comic book series that talks about all the different Eddies through time or some garbage. The phone game is...
I also had to Google Iron Maiden Legacy of the Beast, and apparently it's a tour name as well. I think this year or next year. So that as well.
That makes sense.
Ed Hunter, I believe, is abandonware because there's just a straight up download a RAR of the game. Here you go. Just a direct download. on oldgames.com. So you can just get it from there.
Okay, cool.
631 megabytes.
All right,
I'm
Mary,
pretty sure it's
explain to
just
me
a-
the lore of Iron Maiden. Let's
I don't want to. Just load up
That's way too
Wikipedia or some shit. I already told you about like 3 different lead singers and this extra video game, and yeah.
I'm deep on this page about this video game now, and let me tell you what, it's blowing my mind. I mean, what?
Peace of mind. Get it? Get it?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I have
No,
no idea.
nobody
what you're
gets
talking
it
about.
because nobody else likes Iron Maiden.
No,
So,
yeah.
I don't like music, so
Run to the hills.
That song is
That's,
in the
that's the
pinball
song.
table.
Of course it is.
yeah.
I'm sure it is. That's
Right.
That's the only one everybody knows. Like everybody knows at least.
That's the only one they ever play on the
Number-
radio. Sorry.
well, this is amazing.
I have no more Iron Maiden songs.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Run to the hills. That's all I know. It's that one.
Legacy of the Beast. How about that? They got to make a song, right? Everything else is named Legacy of the Beast now. They have to have made another
Sure.
song too. It probably has to be a song.
I
Anyway,
don't think so, but I haven't really listened to a lot of their new albums because I like the older stuff.
Mary, I want to hear about
Mary.
Alt Space VR.
Okay. The day of the midterm elections, I was just looking around the internet and I saw this Gizmodo article, and it was like ways you can live watch the midterm elections on the internet. And I noticed VR was on there.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, what is this? What's this about VR? So I looked it up. Apparently, this Canadian company named AltSpace VR was hosting an election event. So later that night, I think it was around 6 o'clock at night, I went in there with my VR headset. I actually hooked up my microphone. I set up an avatar, and I went to this weird event space technically, but it was basically just like a giant room with a giant screen on one wall. And there were a bunch of people in there watching the election results. It was less trolly than I thought it was going to be.
Huh.
Mhm.
Yeah. They actually had a moderator there the whole time.
Wow.
Somebody that works at AltSpace VR. Yeah.
Dab.
Well, I mean, there
That's why
was
VR
still
chat is better.
bad stuff. Well, I got to hear people talk about titties
Great.
several
Oh,
times.
God.
So
course.
yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
Georgia's close, huh? How about them titties? Am I right?
I mean, there was one part where Stephanie Rule, one of the anchors on MSNBC, was making an allusion to the Devil's Triangle and Brett
Uh-huh.
Kavanaugh.
Right.
Sure.
And somebody was like, "What does that even mean? What's a Devil's Triangle?"
Perfect.
So
Not what he said. It's not. That's
Yeah.
not what it is.
no, it's not a drinking game.
And he probably
And,
should have read that one by Urban Dictionary before he said it in front of a bunch of important people. in the
Yeah,
internet.
you would think. But yeah, I got to use my microphone for the first time in VR to explain that a Devil's Triangle, 2 dudes and 1 lady, and his
Okay.
response is like, "What? They can't say that on TV."
They did. They did, and they said it was something else, but they're wrong.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
they're
I was
old
like,
and they don't
MSNBC
understand
doesn't
shit.
give a shit. Yeah.
Oh, that's
So, yeah.
great. Oh, I wish you'd recorded that clip. That'd be so
Yeah,
good.
me too. It was pretty
Oh.
fun. It was really dumb, but also pretty fun. I only watched about half of it because I could only have a VR headset on my face for like 2 hours before I had to just take it off for a while.
Yeah.
And then I had to make dinner. I just watched the rest on TV. But there was an Australian that came in that was talking about how much he liked Trump. And then
Right.
this other guy who was like a floating Day of the Dead skull, like
Okay.
floated on over. And he was like, "Oh, you're from Australia? I went to Perth. All the women there are so beautiful." And he just kept saying that over and over again. And the Australian guy wasn't engaging him at all.
Oh,
Yeah, it was pretty great.
That sounds
Oh my
like some
God.
awkward VR conversations.
No, it was fun. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be, but I had a good time. And actually the moderator came over and was chatting pretty nicely with us. He was telling us about how like Chuck Todd has a custom VR avatar in
Really?
the
What?
Space VR thing.
Wow.
Yeah. They made one specifically for him that looks
Such
like
a
him.
millennial. Such a millennial.
If he was on
Chuck Todd.
VR chat, everybody's got custom avatars there. He could be an anime lady.
Yeah.
That's true. Maybe I'll try that next, but probably not because I've seen enough of those like Knuckles clips on YouTube for
Yeah.
to last me a
Everybody on
lifetime.
VR chat got sick of that after like a day. Like you go on there, if like right after that, if you went on there and you made that joke, people would be like, "Fuck you, get out of here. It's not funny. Shut up."
Well, that's good. But yeah, I might try some more social VR experiences after that because I realized I can deal with it now. I was like, this is going to be dumb, and if it sucks, oh well, who cares? But it was a pretty interesting time. It wasn't, I don't know, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean that's that's the fun of VR is to get yourself into weird, awkward social situations that end in strangeness happening. I mean, that's all you're doing.
That's why I got on the internet in like 1998. Like that's
Yeah.
That's why we all are here. To be honest with you, let's be honest. We want to be weird, and that's
Yeah.
I
I
was on VR chat for New Year's Eve. On VR chat, that was an
okay.
experience.
I
They
bet.
had giant. They had like a custom room for it that was just in like different. There was ones in different time zones, so the clock was different, and it was just Times Square basically.
Oh,
big
right.
Times Square, and
That's
there's like a big
cool.
ass stage. And then saw some questionable things go down.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet.
I think if you search through my Twitter history, I posted about it like right. I think like the first of the year. I think I'm not gonna. I talked about it on the podcast as well, but.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, that's when I think it's fun is when there's a weird thing going on in the real world at the same time. So everybody is focused on that too. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try that again.
Yeah, give it a try.
Maybe around Christmas.
There you go. Can't wait when we're all in VR. 2020, we can watch the presidential election together. It'll be great.
I bet.
Great.
The moderator guy was saying they had a custom space built for the debates in 2016
that'd be
and
cool.
talked about how that was really interesting. And yeah, something like that where it's less talking heads with numbers would be fun.
Do you think they would ever do a debate in VR? I feel like if VR becomes somewhat widely accepted, they could do it. That'd be fun.
Have they done it in Second Life? Like, I don't know. Second Life had a lot of the same bullshit around it, but
I mean, when YouTube was just starting off, Obama and who did that? Obama and Kerry? No, Obama and someone. And they'd have a big
Yeah,
YouTube
Obama
and
and
the
John
people-
Kerry, both
John
Democrats.
Kerry, just both. Yep, both
Yeah.
Democrats.
Differing
I don't
views is
remember.
weird. Whatever.
it could have been a primary debate.
Could've
I don't
been.
know.
Okay, that's true.
I seem to remember them when like YouTube was kind of first getting big. They had a during I think 2008 a big debate with questions from YouTube. I wonder if they would ever consider maybe not this one around, but
No, not anymore.
a few in the future. If things get a little calmer and a little bit more less mean spirited, maybe they would do like a VR debate. That'd be interesting. It'd be better for the Secret Service. They wouldn't have to worry so much about people attacking people.
I think you would have to wait for VR to become mainstream, just like YouTube had. Like right now, it's quite a barrier to entry. Like, and it's associated with video games, not like some VR is getting stuff done, like architecture and medical uses. But yeah, you'd have to wait. I think probably further than 2020.
That'd be very interesting, though. I think I would be interested to see something like that in the future. I'm sure we'll see it someday when VR gets real good. But
I don't know. I'm pretty old already. I don't know if I'll...
you don't make it. Oh no, that's not good. You'll
Maybe.
make
I
it.
don't know.
You'll make it. Well,
Nothing's
you'll be
guaranteed
70
in life.
VR.
I
Yeah.
posted my tweet in the chat if you want to read that. I found it from New Year's Eve. Just gonna promote some dead air here while you guys.
No, yeah, I had to see this.
Anyway, Mary,
wild.
let's move on from Altspace VR. Tell me about Dragon Quest, then, Mary. Tell me about.
There's not that much more to say about Dragon Quest XI, except that I'm finally close to finishing it, which is good because 2018 is close to being over. Like you were talking about Persona 5. Right now I'm like 91 hours in this game, and I'm finally getting to the last dungeon. Like, I'm there, and I'm glad, even though I have heard on the internet that there is even more stuff to do, like, after you beat the last dungeon, technically. So, but yeah, this is a good game. If you haven't picked it up yet, you may as well just wait for that Switch port, I guess, because being able to play this game and do, like, anything else at the same time is probably a good idea. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Dragon Quest XI. It's still really good. All the voice acting super good. Sylvando's the best character. A lot of stuff happens in that game in that 90 hours. So I'm glad they're actually progressing shit.
I don't play JRPGs, and you guys talking about playtimes. I'm just like, it's like give me an off the wall or off the shelf like 10-hour video game, and I'm happy.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm enjoying it still. Like I take like week-long breaks or so, but when I get back into it,
I'm not saying they're
it's
bad.
not.
I'm just like, that's way more time than I'm willing to put into a video game these days. Like when I was super young, I could probably do that, but
I have a lot of free time I need to fill, so
like let's say I'm glad that Golden Sun for the Game Boy Advance did not have a time count on it, because I probably put in a shitload of time into that.
I know my little sister played that a shit ton.
Golden Sun's a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also different because I think JRPGs now are not so punishing as they were back in the day. Like, there are better save mechanics and stuff, and just general not terribleness. I mean, you're still putting in 90 hours, but it's a little bit more. They're a little bit more broken up a little bit, and there's different ways you can play. Like you could play like an hour a night, and then you would get there. But
yeah, I know that's the way most people recommend playing it. Well, I mean, it makes your game purchase last, I guess.
Sure.
I just feel like, I don't know. Sometimes people assume JRPGs are still the same games they were 20 years ago, and for some of them that's true, and it still feels kind of grindy and takes a long time, but I think a lot of them now, they reward you for time you put in better. It feels more natural play progression wise.
Like, even though this game I'm 90 hours in, there are only random battles when you're on a ship. Like, that's the only point you can run away from all the dudes. Like, I don't feel like I've had to grind ever, so that's nice.
Yeah, and all the encounters feel good. Like, I don't feel like that's a negative thing. I feel like if you feel like every encounter is handmade, then it's like, oh, this is really nice. Feels good.
Cool monster designs, Akira Toriyama, crazy shit. I'm progressing constantly. Stuff is happening with the characters. I'm learning about them. It's fine.
I'm looking at this picture. Can you go Super Saiyan in this game? It looks like there's a blue-haired man here.
It's not technically Super Saiyan. You're pepped up.
Okay.
It's basically Super Saiyan mode though. They had that in Dragon Quest 8 and in 9. I don't know about 10 because that's an MMO they never brought out over here. Oh, Oscar's standing up. Sorry. It's adorable.
Good. That's a good moment. Somebody clip that. Clip Oscar.
No. is pretty boring as far as cats go, especially him. He normally knocks over
He's
shit.
left.
Maybe he'll do that in a second. I don't know.
Great.
But yeah, I'm done. That's all the video games I played. Next week, I'm going to be watching a shit ton of anime. So there you go.
Yeah, let's go.
Same.
JoJo Bizarre Adventure. Let's get it.
Not that
No,
one.
no. Yeah.
JoJo. I don't know what I was gonna say the JoJo's name, but I don't know the new JoJo's name. So
Wait,
all
they're
right.
different.
Yeah.
Giovanni, like Italian.
Is it Giovanni again? Okay.
Yeah.
So they go back to Italy. Okay, I haven't watched all.
It is.
Like Giovanni, not Giovanni.
Giovanni.
Well, if you're saying it with the correct Italian pronunciation, I can't say the word correct, but yeah, Giovanni. Mamma mia.
Joey.
Hey!
Yeah,
That's all I know.
whatever. I'm Italian. I can say that shit.
Very excited. Very excited. Anyway, anime. Very exciting. Next will be anime.
No, anime is not exciting.
It is. I'm excited about it. Anyway, Jake, sir, let's talk to you about you played your Extra Life
I
yesterday.
played a
Tell me
lot
about
of video
that.
games. Yeah. Let's see.
How much anime did you play?
None. Played zero
Shame.
anime.
That's a shame.
I don't know. I think Warframe counts.
Yeah, that's
Warframe's a little anime, sure.
anime. Great.
Where do I start? Shit. The Extra Life went extremely well, actually, compared to like last year.
Correct.
So smashed 2 goals basically. Set up. Had it I can't talk. Had it at $100 first, and then We've Got Crazy Friends, and then I bumped it up to 200. And We've Got Crazy Friends, and I bumped it up to 300. And we hit 300 right like in the last hour, so that was cool. But then we have Crazy Friends, and somebody else donated $50 on top of that. So
Huh. Yeah, that's great.
Very
I'm
nice.
surprised by the amount of man. You did really well. I even looked at your total. That's great, man. I'm amazed. That's like
but I
That's a
had
lot of money.
I had a pretty good like variation on the games that I was playing. Like played Alan Wake, played Amped 2 for the Xbox. Red Faction Guerrilla, because I never played that. Turns out that game's really fucking fun, and that's probably the one I played the most of during my Extra Life stream.
Cool.
I'm probably gonna go back and play more of that because just the destruction is awesome in that. And being able to take a car and just like jump it, and then it happen to hit something and it just blows up. Like, game's sweet. That game's super fun.
One of my highlights when watching you was you were like trying to hit down one of those like smokestack chimneys at like a refinery or something. And then you were quite far away in the distance, so you picked up a barrel and just fucking lobbed it
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and it totally just starts falling over. It was pretty perfect.
Because there was explosive barrels, and I threw the explosive barrel because I was going to throw it at the base of the thing and then shoot it, but it hit the it hit the silo, and then it just went clunk. A piece fell off of it, and then the whole thing was just like,
Yeah, it didn't explode or anything
no, it just
either.
fell over. Yeah, the barrel didn't break. It was funny. I played Beat Saber a lot between like every other game, just to kind of keep myself awake, and that worked really well.
Cool.
And like toward the end, I played Skate 1 and 2. I didn't play 3. I don't know why I put 3 on the list. I didn't play 3, but I played 1 and 2, and then went and fucked around in Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. It's like a shooting range simulator for VR.
That seems pretty intense.
I mean, it's not like you're not shooting people. It's
No,
just
yeah.
you're at a gun range, and the guy who makes it is a huge gun nerd. So like everything works like a real firearm would. And there's like instructions, like real professional instructions on the wall. It's like, use your dominant hand to do this. Now do your non-dominant hand to do this. And then it's like rifle is ready to fire, or rifle is hot and ready to fire, or something like that. There's like diagrams, and it's all labeled. And pretty cool.
That is cool.
Your gun setup too was pretty neat.
Oh,
I can see it in the background right
Yeah.
there.
it's stupid, but it was worth the money. It makes those kind of games a lot more fun. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're not trying to fucking aim a rifle like this with two free floating
Yeah.
hands. Yeah.
Also, seeing you play Skate made me want another new Skate game because that
Yeah.
game is so cool. Like I can just imagine a new one, like with nice new graphics, open world area. Like, man, it reminds me of like the Hot Wheels stuff in Forza, but you're just on a skateboard, and that would be so much more fun to be able to play that again. Like, I played a lot of Skate 3 back then, and I missed it. And I liked your highlight videos that you were showing too.
Yeah, there was the one that that's probably my favorite one that somebody made a really long time ago that kind of showcases the cool shit you can do with the physics engine. That's not just like, haha, I made my guy launch 400 feet in the air, post it on YouTube, and get 1 million views. It's like, no, you can do real cool shit that the game doesn't count normally, but it looks really cool in a replay. And if you just want to save it, and sure, like, but yeah.
Also, it's fun to play too.
Also, it's fun to play. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird because you can, like, there were spots in that, like, on Skate, was it 2? Yeah, Skate 2. I was looking at a spot and I just saw something. And I was like, has this always been here? It's like, I don't remember this being here. I lined up, set a session marker, and I tried to hit it a couple times. Like, it's probably been there, and I just tried it once and it was like, no, this doesn't work. But there's like there's little things like that everywhere, depending on if you're going through one direction and you see something, or you're going through another direction and you miss it, and you're like, oh wait, I want to try. You see something that's like, I want to try to grind this and then jump down this and land there. And then you set a session marker and you spend an hour trying to do it, and then you save the clip and you post it on the internet. Well, not anymore because the servers are down, but
yeah. Well, didn't they bring him back up for 3?
They did,
like,
but
for
just
a while?
it was just the MP server, just the multiplayer servers, not like the the video share stuff. And Beat Saber continues to be awesome. I spent like an hour just going through custom songs with the chat and being like, hey, which ones of these should I pick? And they picked some really stupid ones.
Well, yeah.
Bad anime songs that were expert only, and I failed them in like 10 seconds.
That is a huge problem with all the nerd like songs. They're like, it's only the highest tier on difficulty, and because they're the highest core nerds, and you have to be a super nerd to be able to play it or something.
Right. And the third person, or like the camera plugin for Beat Saber, is so nice for streaming. It's great because it puts a since you're just like you're just like on a stage kind of thing in the game. Someone added it's basically like a camera that you can just move around, and that's what the desktop shows. So it just shows what that camera is. So I mean, you can pick it up and just move it around. And I did a stereotypical YouTube vlog intro, just holding the camera.
Right,
that was pretty awesome.
Hey guys,
I need to clip this. I need to clip that. I found it and didn't clip it. I don't know why. But that game continues to be real fun.
Cool. So overall,
it's coming out. Oh, I was just gonna interrupt you. It's coming out on PlayStation VR November 20th. So more people are gonna be able to play it, which is cool.
I heard,
but not with all the custom shit.
Yeah, there's a song they added to it, like an official song. And I don't know if this is like one of the exclusive. It can't be the exclusive track because it's on PC as well. But it's just it's kind of like a joke song, and it's talking about how you're playing Beat Saber on a PlayStation. Yeah, and I was like, "This is." Did I say Beat Saber? Beat Saber.
Beat Saber.
Yeah, Beat Saber is the site that you get all the songs from.
Really? Is that actually? Oh man.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. Beat Saber.
And DJ, you were very disappointed by the lack of results on some of your stuff that you're requesting.
Yeah, it's disappointing how like there's no kids bop there.
What?
Fucking My House wasn't there, right?
Yeah, My House wasn't there.
Like, how do you not have My House?
The Minecraft parody of My House is on there, but not
not
the fucking actual song. Like, I saw it later. I was like, of
what?
Course. I was like, fucking of course that's on here.
Yeah, Beat Saber needs to sort themselves out.
I think somebody who can make one needs to sort themselves out and post it.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. If I ever get VR, I will make it a priority to put every single Kids Bop ever created on Beat Saber.
Have
It's
fun.
gonna be great.
Good.
Sure.
It'll be my life's goal to make sure that every Kids Bop song is. But I'm never getting VR, so it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So speaking of, actually, is that everything you played? Everything you wanted to talk about, Jake? I don't want to move on before you.
Yeah. Another shout out to, because I'm sure the people who are watching my stream and the people who listen to this, there's a good cross section. The Venn diagram, the intersection part's probably pretty large. Thank you guys again for donating. It was awesome. Kept me going. And yeah, that was the best year for donating that I've had since I started doing Extra Life in 2014. So that's pretty huge, and I appreciate it a lot. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
We can move on.
All right, we'll move on. I just wanted to mention briefly that, hey, Black Friday, we're not going to have a podcast for Black Friday, right? Isn't it next week? And I was just wondering if you guys had anything on your... Is it next?
Do you really not know when Black Friday is?
Well, we're not going to have a podcast for then. We're going to have anime next week.
Yeah, anime is next week, but then Black Friday is the week after that. That weekend.
23rd? No.
Okay, when is Thanksgiving, Thouden?
I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna have a podcast.
I don't know why I asked that, because of course he doesn't know.
Next Sunday is the 18th. Thanksgiving is on the 22nd, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. The
and then, the weekend after that is that weekend. Like the next Sunday is the 25th.
25th? Yeah.
Black Friday.
Well,
is the Friday
Thanksgiving isn't Black Friday right after Thanksgiving on the 22nd?
Yes.
Friday is the 23rd.
Yes. Black Friday is the 23rd, right? Am I wrong?
Yes.
We're not going to have a podcast for that week because we're doing anime next week.
I guess he has a point, technically. We're not going to talk about Black Friday deals on the anime.
Yeah, dumbasses. Everybody calling me off. Bunch of motherfuckers out here trying to get on me like that. Bunch of fucking calendar not looking motherfuckers. That's all I know you are. God damn.
Okay.
All right, reel it in.
So I was just wondering if you guys had anything you're looking forward to for Black Friday. God damn.
No.
Okay. Nothing big out there you're looking for?
Spider-Man.
I'd give
when does Smash Brothers come out?
That's
like December.
I actually want to buy that game.
Yeah, me too.
Weird.
I'm gonna buy Smash Brothers,
but not even for the gameplay. I just want all of the music tracks, and I'm gonna carry it in my purse like that lady in the trailer and listen to the songs. No, I'll play it too, but I actually want to buy that Smash Brothers game. I skipped the one on Wii U, so
everyone did.
December 7th is the release date for Smash Brothers. December 7th.
Okay, so I won't be getting that on Black Friday then.
Maybe like God of War will be cheap. That'll be a nice pickup.
That would be a nice pickup, yeah. It'd be cheap, hopefully. Yakuza 0. I want to pick up Yakuza 0. I don't know if I picked that up.
Yeah, you should pick that up.
When is the Steam sale? Is that later on, just Christmas, or?
I don't think they do a Thanksgiving sale.
No.
Okay.
Like they do a small one for Halloween, and then they do the holiday
Do they?
sale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't they do a Cyber Monday? Some kind of Cyber Monday? I thought they did.
No
Not
clue.
as far as I know.
I don't know if it's like an official big sale, but I thought it was like some kind of like, here's that.
Like a 2-day sale.
Yeah, like a 2-day kind of thing. I thought they did something like that, though. Because I remember buying last year on Black Friday, they dropped the price on the Steam. And I thought that was part of a big sale thing they did. Anyway, like they did a Halloween sale, right? So I thought they might have done some things. Anyway, regardless, do I pick up a VR headset? That's my question.
Yes.
If they're cheap enough, yes.
If you can find a Windows Mixed Reality headset for less than $200, buy one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the next revision was coming up pretty soon. Wasn't that happening?
I
maybe
have no
next
Not
idea.
for not within the next year.
Okay.
If you can get a
That's
headset for
fair.
$200, then
Yeah.
you're not really
sure.
in it that much. It's not gonna be that big of a deal if in a year or two
Sure.
you're gonna have an.
Yeah.
You have to get a GPU anyways that can run it.
Yeah. I mean, yes, I have to buy a graphics card, but I might also buy a VR headset if they were cheap. If they were cheap. Well, okay. Anything else you guys are looking forward to? No TVs? No 4K? UAD? UHD?
Nope.
I already have a 4K TV and I'm already spending too much for this wedding stuff. And I'd rather, I don't know. If I spend anything, it'll probably be on presents for other people for Christmas.
Sure. Okay.
And maybe Spider-Man.
Maybe Spider-Man. My cat? You're going to spend money on Spider-Man the cat? That's great. He's going to be so happy.
What does he want? What does he
I
want?
don't know.
Ears.
He wants a little Spidey thing.
Wow. Give him a spider outfit. Can you find a cat Spider-Man outfit?
I'm sure there is
Spider-Man?
on like
There's gotta
Etsy
be.
or on something. Yeah.
Gotta be.
Here you go.
Be
You can buy
great.
this if you can somehow get your cat into it.
That's great. All right. Oh, that's all the games we played, guys, fellas, and ladies. Let's move on then to the news section of this podcast.
Sure.
The news. There you go.
We all news together.
We all news together.
It's news all the way down. We
All right,
all news down here.
Your cat's standing again in the
Yeah,
background.
he is. I already mentioned it once. I didn't want to be a jerk.
What a standing cat.
He's a regular Rory Calhoun.
Very. So X018 happened.
Oh yeah, what was that? Was the Xbox thing, right? It was going on during my stream, and I saw you guys talking about it, but I didn't. I think this was the thing that we have in the doc is the only thing I heard about it so far. I don't know if there's anything else that was actually worth talking about or not.
This is like Xbox's PlayStation experience, kind of similar in some ways. They dropped some trailers for stuff. They had kind of a press conference kind of thing. I assume, right? I didn't even watch this. I didn't even know this happened.
It was streamed on the internet. Yeah, they had
Wow.
it on YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer. So, yep.
I'd not even heard about this. So, one of the big things about it, though, is that they kind of confirmed. We had talked about this news story a few weeks ago that Obsidian Entertainment has been acquired by Microsoft, and so has Exile Entertainment also acquired. So that news came out of this event. That was pretty cool. What does In Exile do? What's their game?
They brought out
video games, but that's just me.
They did the Wasteland games recently, like spiritual successors to the old Fallout games.
Right.
Also,
okay.
the old Wasteland game.
Interesting.
Yeah,
they did the Bard's Tale. Right, that game.
Their
Okay.
RPG, their RPG pedigree is good. Like they make some good RPGs from what I hear.
That's true.
Like
Both of these companies.
RPGs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna be the ones to try to make Fable again.
It's not.
I mean,
Fable's not happening, dude. Like
it's totally happening.
You
dog.
can keep.
Microsoft is making a new Crackdown game, so
yeah,
I don't
they
think
have
anything's off
no
the table.
idea.
I'll believe
Yeah.
that when it comes out.
They showed video of it again at this event, and
Sure they
Crackdown
did.
1 is free for a while for the rest of the month. So
Go pick
yeah,
it up.
Oh, it's only for this month. Wow.
Until the 30th.
I have a disc copy of Crackdown. The first
Same.
one.
Also, they got the wrong box art for the Good Life.
Yeah,
The Good
it
Life
was
has
hilarious.
box art?
God.
I don't know if it actually does right now, which is probably why this error occurred. Like, whoever was setting this up
Was like, fucking,
like,
I don't
just
know. Which
search-
one of these do I use?
The Good Life game. Obviously, it's this game on Steam that came out in 2012 and not the sweary game. Like, but then, yeah, we were
That's on Swery
watching
for not checking if a game with that name exists. That's on him.
I guess so. He thought it was hilarious.
I got a new game coming out. It's called Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4.
But yeah, like they showed the box art in Mixler, and me and like someone else. I'm terrible. I can't remember names. I think it was no, I don't know who it was. I'm terrible. We were like, that's not the box art for the sweary game. But then when they showed a trailer, it was totally the sweary game. So they fucked up. But yeah, that was a fun little fuck up.
Yeah. Wow.
Was it the Tropical Paradise Simulation game?
Yeah.
Yes.
They showed box art for that for some reason.
It's got some real rough looking like poser models here, like the poser.
Yeah.
Program. And dude's rocking a tribal tattoo.
But yeah, I guess his game is coming to Game Pass along with PUBG, Hellblade, both of the Ori games, and a whole bunch of other games I don't care about, so I'm not mentioning them. Also,
Well,
Thomas Was Alone, which is like 8 years old.
It's a cool game, but it's like, that's weird. It's a weird poll.
It's like on every single thing
Yeah,
for free.
Yeah. I mean, I want to play Agents of Mayhem. I hear good things about that. Some of the updates they did to that game were fun, but man, they're adding a lot of games to Game Pass. That's kind of cool. That's becoming like almost a whole service kind of thing. That's really neat.
The thing I don't understand is that recently they've been like, we're bringing Game Pass to PC, and it's like, Game Pass is already on PC. Like I played Sea of Thieves with Game Pass. I played Forza 4 with Game Pass on my PC. Like,
they supposedly want to. They want to add more to it. They're saying to make it actually Game Pass, but during this investor call recently. But so far, they didn't really say anything specific for PC. They announced a bunch of games on Xbox One are getting keyboard and mouse support. So maybe that is maybe later on they'll also be on PC, but who knows?
I mean, I think it's really interesting that they're adding these games that are not Xbox, first party line. And I mean, they had kind of been doing some of that, but I find that really fascinating. And it's an idea. I don't know, does that work for them? Like, I can't imagine they have to be paying them a certain amount of money.
Well, yeah, that's how all these services work. Like, they give you a cut to be on their service.
I just feel like how much cut can they give? I mean, it's only like a $15 thing for.
I'm pretty sure in the instance of like Thomas Was Alone, he's probably not getting a cut, if anything.
Very small.
Like Blithell or Blithell.
I have no idea.
Yeah. But like, how much money do each of these games get a cut of, though? It's one thing for it to be Xbox Game Pass for just Xbox games.
Microsoft published stuff.
Yeah, for just Microsoft first party stuff.
Satan!
Wow.
Satan is back.
Satan's back?
You got really adamant about that Game Pass.
You got ghosts in your computer, dude.
Yeah, I think your computer is haunted. It's possessed.
But yeah, for games like The Good Life, which isn't out yet, and yeah, you'd think
I didn't even know
considering
that game. I thought the game
he's had like
I didn't think the game even got funded.
like failed GoFundMe's. Yeah.
I thought that game was dead in the water.
Exactly, yeah. So for that to like be on a Game Pass thing, I imagine he's either getting a bunch of money to help produce the game, or like they've given him like a deal where he's going to get a lot of money per game download. Cat.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the cats are distracting. We can't hear you, dog.
live stream is hard.
Yeah.
If I can tell you one thing that I've learned over the past weekend.
Hello.
There you go.
Welcome back to me. I just feel like, how many people? Like, I just don't understand how it's a profitable venture. Like, at a certain point, like if you keep adding games onto it, it gets weird. Like, is there going to be a limit of the amount of games you can get with a Game Pass thing? Is there going to be like a expansion version of it or something like that? Like, I just don't. How are they paying for these games? Is what I want to know. Where's
sure
money coming from?
That's why they pay people to do spreadsheets and work out the math on all this business. And if the numbers don't work out, then they either won't add stuff or I don't know. I'm not a businessman.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, do you think some of these games will drop from Game Pass then at a certain point? Like, if people want new games and they can't really afford to just keep games on the service, do you think it just like, well, we had Thomas for a loan for a while, and then now it's gone, or something like that?
I mean, it's always possible with digital only stuff, like but I don't know.
It's just interesting. I've never thought about the money side of this. Anyway, Winnie the Pooh mini games are back in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Sweet.
Everybody, put your hands up. Get your hands.
I'm stoked.
I'm not touching.
Get your lighters out. Light a lighter for Winnie the Pooh.
No.
Very exciting.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a lot of
I think a lot of like stuff they talked about, like not announced, but they had a lot of cool trailers. It seems like.
Sweet. Thanks,
Yeah.
Satan.
No, it was like a nothing event a lot of the time. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm sorry, I'm just cracking the fuck up.
The breathing is so loud.
Dowden's computer needs holy water. That's a pretty good joke from the chat.
Oh god.
Why is it doing this? I just don't understand.
It's worse than me. Yeah, this event was kind of like it's kind of like a nothing of. It was just like a thing for them to announce some random games, re-highlight that hey, Crackdown is a thing, and an excuse to announce. Yeah, an excuse for the Obsidian and NXL acquisitions. That's it. But that Mexico crowd was like way into it. It was kind of funny to see.
The only thing that really bugged me is that they kept teasing stuff and they're like, make sure you guys tune into the Game Awards. Right. And I'm like, of course I'm going to watch this crap. Why? Yeah. You don't need to tell me. Like, don't, it just pissed me off instead of like raising my anticipation or my hype.
It's like, stop trying to make the Game Awards a thing.
Yeah.
They are kind of a thing now, though.
Yeah,
they've
sure.
reached the point now.
It's like, no, just make it an award show. That's cool, but don't announce games at it. It's stupid. That's what E3 is for.
Or, I mean, that's hard.
PlayStation experience that may or may not be happening anymore.
It's all about the money, though. Like, I don't know. The only way you're going to get sponsors is if you let them PR your event, and let them throw up some.
Fuck the Oscars.
Yeah, that guy was pretty good.
All I know. I don't know. Game Awards is a big thing. A lot of events now. I'm surprised though that I guess they took the chance, right, to kind of get on here. And it wasn't. I've never been impressed with these Xbox event. Like, it's never been something that I've really paid attention to. But I think they kind of swung for the fences a little bit more with this one, just because it's. Sony backed out of their PlayStation experience, so now they had an opening. They did it. I think it looks like they got a good event going now, so that's cool. Xbox making up distance.
I don't know what it was actually like to be there, but yeah,
terrible.
The video part was okay. It was short enough.
I do remember one of the host ladies was also, she's clearly a freelance hoster that just hosts things in general, because I remember seeing her from the KSI versus Logan Paul boxing YouTube thing.
Great. Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, that fucking
I
farce.
wouldn't know. Yeah.
But I've seen her like do so many random hosting things. It's weird that she continues to pop up. Oh, and Fortune Island for Forza Horizon 4, which is weird. But that's a thing.
Is that really a real island for
No.
real? Okay. I didn't
It's-
think so.
It's meant to simulate, because above Scotland we've got a bunch of different little isles, or like little islands, like the
Mhm.
Shetland Isles and all that sort of stuff like that. I think it's meant to simulate one of those, but they didn't want to go full hog of like, let's recreate one of these island things completely. They just wanted to make their own one up, I guess.
Just make Hogwarts. Let me drift around Hogwarts in like a car, man. Let's do it. Go under the willow tree and
So is it supposed to
drive
be like?
around.
This is supposed to be like Isle of Man, basically.
No, because
No?
Isle of
Okay.
Man is more south as well. That's the other thing.
No, I wasn't talking like
Everyone's
geography. I was
one-
just like the race types.
But yeah,
And like,
yeah, no. This is like marketed as being like super extreme. Like
oh, okay.
there's thunderstorms and like the box that quote unquote box art images, the PR images they're sending out is just like so many hills and craggy rocks and shit. So they're going that angle.
It's not drive through these little towns that probably
Town,
really love
yeah.
it when this thing comes to town every year and it shuts down their
But
one
they
fucking
fucking love
road
it
going through their
somehow.
city. And then people end up hitting walls and dying.
Yeah, on your front porch.
Yup. Great.
Yeah, no, everyone wants Isle of Man as the DLC. I hope it is the second one, because that would be pretty cool. And like the really cool like motorbikes that they have, or two-person motorbikes, like the sidecar bikes, that'd be a cool addition.
Sidecar bikes are nuts.
Yeah.
So fucking dangerous. Jesus.
I've no conception of what makes a good Forza map, but that seems cool. That like seems like
Put
a cool
roads on
thing.
it.
I mean, yeah.
Make sure it has roads. Done.
What if it was all off road though? What if it's all just like vast
No.
expanse? Okay, fair.
That's a game called Dirt.
Yep. I can't think of anything else from this Xbox thing.
There's cats and pandas in Minecraft. That's all I have to say. Thank
Nope.
you. Okay. Just causes tornadoes. So
Just Cause has tornadoes?
just cause has tornadoes.
Okay, that sounds
They're
cool.
making another Civilization game for the Xbox.
That doesn't surprise me.
consoles. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a cool event. But we'll move on. We have news from Square Enix and Luminous Productions.
A lot of news. It all seems to go together. So
Mary, I'm going to let you say this person's name because I have no idea how to approach this.
Hajime Tabata.
Has departed
That one's
Square
pretty
Enix.
easy, Thouden. Come on.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Yo, yeah, it makes it seem easy when she says it, but it's not so easy for me.
Like I pronounced it in my head, and that's what it was. So that's what Mary said. I was like, okay.
I don't believe you. You're just lying. So yeah, he has departed Square Enix. And Luminous Productions, are they same thing? Are they like
Luminous
like a
Productions was a studio that Square
Sure.
Enix ran, and he was the director of Final Fantasy 15. He quit, and he started his own game studio immediately, and he's working on a new game.
cool?
Not really. It's not very cool at all because
No.
Concerning the
Why?
Fallout, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Explain to me the Fallout. What's the,
But
what-
the Fallout is underneath the article. Yeah, that one you're highlighting.
75% of announced new Final Fantasy 15 DLC has been canceled.
Yeah,
pretty
they
big.
announced a lot.
Is that big? Is that big?
Considering
I
it was
don't know.
announced, yes.
Okay, it was
And
announced.
they wasted like half a year trying to make this stuff. Probably more than half a year. Like they had got announced in April. They're bringing out one of these extra episodes. But episode Aranea, which is about the coolest character in Final Fantasy 15, is never coming out.
Oh.
Episode Lunafreya, which would maybe explain some stuff like she was barely in the game. Episode Noctis also is not coming out. And apparently Lunafreya and Noctis were supposed to expand upon the ending of Final Fantasy 15. So, and like give you a satisfying conclusion because
What?
right now, yeah, not anymore. Nope.
Huh.
They're only bringing out one of those now, episode Arden, and yeah, that's it.
I guess
But
they
they-
also reported like $33 million loss. That seems like a lot of money. Seems like a lot of money.
Yeah, they're shifting over to a new AAA, high quality, large scale game title, which best leverages Luminous strengths. So yeah,
Okay.
they basically lost a lot of money trying to make this stuff and not being able to release a product. So that's pretty crazy, and that might be the main reason why Tabata has left Luminous Productions. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal for Square Enix, especially since like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna make a throwaway comment. Go ahead.
Okay. But like Square Enix got rid of IO Interactive, the people who make Hitman, and they're like, we're going to focus all our resources into Japanese game development. And to lose this amount of money after
Oops.
they're like, well, we're going to refocus. Yeah, apparently, yeah, no, that's not good. At least Hitman 2 is coming out. Like, yeah, it's not good.
Sure.
I was gonna say there's a joke about them expecting way too much out of sales here, but I can't put it together.
Well, I'm sure they totally did. Like, I never bought any of these extra episode DLCs for 15, so
I don't know what sales data they ran to go like, oh yeah, that'll be like a big producer for us. But like, I mean, I'm somebody that even thought Final Fantasy 15 looked cool. It looked interesting, but like, how many people are gonna want to buy DLC for it? That doesn't seem like
Right.
yeah, like you
huge
can get
amount.
away with a season pass, but all the stuff from that season pass has already come out, and they announced like a season 2, I guess. But yeah,
But
that's not
why?
really happening.
I like it.
Because they invested a lot of money in that game engine, and they want to try and milk it for as much as possible. And I guess they realized that it's just not going to be profitable for them to do this stuff. So bye-bye, Hajime Tabata. Get to work, Luminous Productions, on a real game we can actually sell to the rest of the world, is what I assume they're doing.
I mean, I like the approach that Ubisoft with supporting their games long term over multiple years, but at the same time, they're not doing it with like an RPG. Like they're doing it with games that have longer legs, you know?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Origins are pretty RPG heavy now. Like they're still technically open world games, but they took a lot of elements from those games too. And also, where the fuck is Final Fantasy VII? God damn it. Like, I want to hear you
Yeah.
talking about making that.
Right.
Like, it's still not here. They announced it like 3 years ago, I think now. Maybe it's 4.
Didn't they give us like an update saying like, hey, 2019, it's gonna be a thing, and then like
And we're splitting it
we
into
still
multiple
haven't
parts
seen
so we
it.
can get more money out of you.
Well, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I expect
That
that.
makes sense.
But then they were like, oh, by the way, CyberConnect is not making it anymore. We're going to make it in-house and make Nomura the director. And also he's trying to make Kingdom Hearts 3. So,
the best
good luck
game
with that.
ever. He'll be.
But yeah, at least that's finally about to come out. So maybe real actual production is going to work on FF7. Maybe Luminous Productions is actually working on that now too, now that they're not making Final Fantasy 15 extra DLC. So who knows?
just seems like a bad choices. Like
It seems like bad management. Yes, bad. Like I'm going to be stereotypical, but bad like seniority based Japanese business management. So.
And
then you blame it all on one person, like Kojima.
Sure, but I kind of felt like Square had gotten away from that. Like they had kind of went through that with Final Fantasy 14, the Realm Reborn stuff. I felt like they had made the choice at some point. Like I don't know, they changed up their structure for that game. They were more in touch with like developing and stuff like that. I'm surprised that they would make that. I feel like that's the same mistake they made before, and they're doing it again. It's just, I'm
well,
just
it
amazed.
does seem like they were doubling down on more in-house development, but this just didn't work financially. And who knows what kind of behind-the-scenes stuff was going on at the same time too, especially since somebody left the company.
I guess so. I just feel like they've made the same mistake for years now, and at some point, you got to learn from your mistakes. At some point. Anyway, kind of rumor news story. I didn't know if I wanted to talk about it or not. But, people have been saying that Blizzard pulled Diablo stuff. I guess there's some indication that they had a video. I guess Kotaku talked to somebody over at Blizzard, Activision Blizzard. And they had actually had a Diablo 4 announcement video ready. But then they scrapped that. So
oops.
Yeah, they probably shouldn't have done that.
It's another little wrinkle in there.
Yeah, I saw that same article too, and they were talking about how they were very tentative about it because that game has already basically rebooted development on it twice. So they were like, maybe we're going to show something that's not going to be the final game. So that's why they decided not to show it. But there would be a lot less people pissed about that mobile game. Like, I even like phone games, but...
You don't even need to do a date. Just say, we're working on it. And then everybody would be happy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But that's not Blizzard, as we talked about last time. But they like to have a day and date, you know.
I like phone games. I like Dragalia Lost, which is very similar to Diablo. Like, it's an action RPG where you grind and get drops and shit. But I sure as fuck am not going to play anything by NetEase ever because they're garbage at making phone games. And I don't know why they would partner with them other than that they already have a relationship and they release Blizzard games in China because you have to have a Chinese company put out your games over there or they won't get approved. So, yeah. Why? They make the worst phone games ever.
Somebody should tell Ubisoft that.
What?
There's a bunch of controversy going on with Siege because they're trying to expand it to China. And they have to take a bunch of imagery of like skulls and knives and shit out of the game when there's like some of that stuff's pretty important. Like one of the characters is named Kavera, which is skull.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about this last week. Yeah.
It's like figure it out. I digress. Sorry.
No, yeah, it totally makes sense. Like, if you're going to work with a Chinese partner, just put that in your Chinese version of your game.
Anyway, I think that's all the news I have for this week, guys. Hopefully, you guys have anything else you guys want to talk about?
Nope.
Okay. All right, then. Well, we'll wrap up the podcast. I want to thank everyone for joining us on Twitch, watching live. You can find us on all the platforms that you go to. Our email address is romsbag@gmail.com. Our Twitter is @romsbag. You can send us tweets, send us hot pictures of your cat standing up in the background. That's what we want. Of shots, just, catch them in the background, standing up. That's what we want. Yeah. Like I said, iTunes helps out the show.
You can watch us record these live on twitch.tv/RomsOverBaghdad every Sunday at 2:00 Pacific.
Or
you can
5:00 Eastern.
Experience in real time Satan possessing Thousand's computer. It's pretty amazing.
Is it? Because it feels bad to me. But, I'm not a priest or a holy man. I don't know if that's bad or good. It's
It's a
fine.
fun
Maybe that's
time.
why Satan took up space in your
Yeah.
computer.
I
Oh,
was
this guy
thinking
won't- this guy
about
won't kick
my
me out.
collar. I should go
can't.
get my collar at some point. That's what I should do. There you go. Thanks for reminding me. I should go become a licensed priest. What I should do today? Send in for one of those online priesthoods.
Sure.
That'd be fun. Become a priest on my days off. Marry people in a fort in Texas.
All right, bring it home, Thad. Let's go.
We're good.
Spanish fort, but okay.
The Spanish isn't the Spanish anyway. Spanish force anyway. Yeah, you can find us on all those platforms. I think we're gonna try to get the Twitch thing over to YouTube. To just kind of have an archive there too, because everybody likes to watch on every platform ever. And yeah, look out for other podcasts this week. Got some other ones going up. Got some articles going up. Should be good. All right. Look at Mary's fingers.
Yeah.
It won't focus. I wanted
Oh,
to
it
show
did,
off
but you
my
moved.
nails.
Oh, it did.
Oh,
Shit.
focus.
Nice.
There you go.
There it
There we
goes.
go. There you go.
Perfect.
For like a second.
For a second,
Yeah.
I'm too shaky.
All right, we'll see.
All
We'll
right.
see you guys later.
Will we?